I gotta do this. I gotta make sure I apologize to the university. President Shalala, starting with her first, for everything that happened, everything that she had to go through during this time. And then the fans want to apologize for, something that happened our freshman year. We were young, but still no excuse for what happened. And then apologize to this team for everything that's been going down and putting them through things they had to go through during this hard time. So I just want to make sure I apologize to everyone.
Jacory, what's going through your mind as you're watching the game the other night?
I literally got sick the other night. It was hard to watch. I probably had an anxiety attack because my heart was pounding. I was just anxious for those guys to be out there on the field and play the game, but I also wanted to be out there with them.
Were you treated fairly by the NCAA, Jacory, the suspension?
I have no comment on that. I really wouldn't want to say anything about that right now.
Thoughts on having your starting job back for this game?
It's always a great thing to have a starting job, but you just got to go out there and do something with it now. And that's what I've been doing, been preparing with this team, been concentrating on the things that we have at hand with Ohio State coming up next, and just leading this team by example and through the small things, just executing just small things like operation, make sure we get in and out of the huddle, push the tempo, just having fun out down the field.
I told us yesterday that, or I'm sorry, whatever day it was, that you won the job during camp, and to that point, he'd always said that you and Steven had pretty much been neck and neck, and yesterday he came out and pretty openly said that you won the job in August. When you got told you were the starter, did that surprise you at all, or were you guys still kind of waiting to see what the results of everything were?
I really wasn't paying attention to anything. I just went out here every day with Steven and competed like I was a starter, and so did Steven, so that when we do come to a game time situation, we'll be prepared no matter what. And you seen that Steven went out there, he had a pretty good game, and we were prepared. And that's just how I take everything. Just like now, I'm going out there, I'm still competing, no matter what. Even though I am named the starter, anything can happen. So you can never go out there and sleep on one day and think that it's all good, think that your job is safe when it's not.
When all this was going on, when the uncertainty was going on a couple weeks ago, was it hard for you not to stand up and say, this is what happened, or I'm sorry? I mean, you talked at Media Day, but you really couldn't say anything then either. How difficult was that whole process, just staying quiet throughout all of it?
Oh, it's very difficult, but I'm not a guy that, I guess, tells business like that, so it wasn't hard to keep it in. And plus, it was something that was determining my future, so I wouldn't want to say anything that was going to hurt me. So that made it easier to keep in, but it was hard going through the things, just knowing that I don't know, with whatever happens, a ruling can change the outcome of my future. So that was the only thing that had me nervous and had me worried. But we're over it now. We got past the 1-game suspension, and now we just gotta take care of business with our next opponent.
We haven't had a chance to talk to you since that ruling came out. Was it relief in that moment when you heard 1 game?
It was a relief that day, but then as the days came up, like during the week practicing, and you seeing the guys prepare for a game, and then you're on the scout team, you're taking reps with them, even though you're helping the defense. Then I stayed out here the whole day when they was leaving, or Sunday when they was leaving to go. After we did walkthroughs, the scouts didn't have to stay out here, but I made sure I stay out here to send them off on the bus because I wanted to be there, and that really hurted me, just seeing my boys get on the bus to board the plane. Well, I didn't see them board the plane, but to leave and know that they were going to play a game without me.
And Al said when he got back to the office Tuesday morning, you were already in the film.
I was here at 7 o'clock in the morning. I watched the film, graded it, basically everything. I watched everything because I wanted to, I just wanted to see what happened, to see what could have got done better, what we could have done better, and how could we change this so that it won't happen again.
After the game you had up in Columbus last year, and obviously you guys didn't win up there, how much are you looking forward to this challenge against Ohio State?
I'm looking forward to this challenge. It is a challenge because, Ohio State defense finished in top 10 pretty much in every category. I guess they call themselves the Silver Bullets, and they're a pretty good defense. You can't take that away from them. And they have some great players over there, and you just want to go out there and compete with the best. And right now, they're the next opponent, and they're probably going to be ranked somewhere in the top 10 by the time we face them. So we got to go out there and execute on all phases and just handle our business.
Jacory, the last image a lot of people have of you is what happened in the Sun Bowl last year, the interceptions. How are you a different quarterback than you were back then?
I guess that is true. But you know, people only remember the last time you was on the field. So you know that's fair. But going through the spring, going through the off season, and going through camp with this new offensive coordinator and new offense, it's helped me a lot. It's just made me smarter, made me able to be a better quarterback. And I feel a lot better going into this situation, going into Ohio State. And I just believe that if I execute it the right way and make sure that my playmakers get the ball and not try to make a lot of plays by myself, then everything should fall in place.
How much of that is just
a year older, a year wiser? Just talk about your confidence level now as a senior going into your final season here of the year.
Yeah, I have a lot of confidence. Probably more than I have since I've been here. I'm not somebody that's going to be, you know, arrogant and say this and that, but I do have a lot of confidence in myself, and I believe in myself to get the job done. And I guess the coaches believe in me also. That's why I got named the starter. But we're just going to go out there and fight and have fun with it.
How much does your growth and development, how much of that is due to the system, to what that Coach Fish has put in?
A lot of it is due to the system, and a lot of it is due to just changing your mindset, just recognizing that this is your last year. This is all I got left, and I can't let my teammates down anymore. Can't do the things that you've done in the past. You got to do something and find a way to get better, and that's pretty much been my mindset.
Jacory, what do you take from last year's game? Did you watch that game at all? We were talking to Coach Golden. I know it wasn't a great game for you, but it wasn't all you. There were other people that contributed to that.
Of course, you have to watch the game in order to watch film on them because Luke Fickell, he's still there. He was the defensive coordinator last year, and now he's the head coach, so pretty much going to run the same thing. And it helps you. You see where you made mistakes at. You see where you could have went, where you could have got better. And so, of course, you got to watch film from the years before.
The other thing is you get your first start at home. Like it is somewhat of a difference than going on the road. Is that, you know, how happy are you about that?
Pretty happy. You know, the last 2 years, well, last year I got to start at home. Freshman year was start at home. So it's nothing different. It's still a game, still got to be played, and got to go out there and execute.
Stephen was talking about the noise factor, that there were some problems with the operations and stuff, so it should help being home, right?
Yeah, being home, it shouldn't be a noise factor here. And you got ways around that. So even if, you know, our fans are loud to the point where we can't hear the cadence, we'll just change up a few things. It's nothing major.
Ohio State has its issues, of course, with the NCAA the last few months. Obviously, then the situation here, and that there's going to be a lot of talk about that the next few days. Obviously, it's Miami Ohio State week. Does all that talk take away from the excitement of what this game could be, should be, and all that?
I think the way people, I guess, may say it does kind of take away from it because that's all you see. The suspensions here, the suspensions there, and it kind of take away from the actual game and the players and the fans and basically the history of this game. There's a lot of other things that are involved in this game rather than suspensions. You got, you know, 2001 when they beat us, and last year they beat us. So it's a lot of things that we want to go out there and prepare for and play for rather than the suspensions.
As much as you want to win every game, obviously as a competitor, just how much more do you want to beat Ohio State? So like say finally, I guess.
Finally, pretty much want to beat them. Of course I want to beat them, but I understand that you gotta prepare the right way. You gotta prepare mentally, physically, in order to step up to the challenge. Because if you go out there on the field and you know that it was one day that you could have got back, that you wanted to get back, and you don't feel like you're 100% prepared, then it's gonna show. What you put on the film during the week, it shows on the field when you step out there Saturday. So I just want to make sure I take care of all of the things I have to take care in practice. Make sure I call the right plays. Make sure just doing the little things right, so that when I do step on the field next Saturday, that I'll be prepared mentally and physically.
Jacory, you guys would like to have some fun. We've seen some fun pictures of you with the overalls and last year the sweater vest. Are we still going to see you have fun out there this year, do things like that?
I don't know. I might. I don't know. I don't want all the focus and attention to be on me, even though it may seem that way with some of the things I do. I'm just a fun guy, and that's how I dress pretty much. I actually got a baby picture I found, and I'm in some overalls with a hat on, and it was kind of ironic with the things that happened last year. And also when they were leaving for the game, I happened to have a jacket that I made that was inside my locker, and I put it on because I was trying to take it out of my locker, and then it was a camera outside, and he happened to catch me, and then people telling me what I had on. I guess it was on Channel 7, I don't know. But yeah, they was asking what did I have on, but that's just me. I like to try new things out. I got a different way of dressing. I don't want to be like everybody else.
Jacory, does it help that Al made this decision so early in the week to kind of give you some time to focus? I mean, he was going to wait, I guess, 3 practices, but he wanted to kind of make it public early.
I guess it helps. You start getting the reps. You get more reps, and it gets you more prepared. But at the same time, I feel like I know the game well enough to that if it was named last week, I'll still be ready to step in and take a different amount of reps and go in there and lead this team.
Jacory, before the last 3 weeks, have you ever taken snaps here on a scout team?
I never took it. It was weird. I swear it was hard. I didn't actually know like what to do on scout team, like that you're supposed to basically make the defense look good. Didn't know that, and I got fussed out a couple of days about that. But and my first time not traveling, so all those things were weird. But there was a learning experience. It lets you see things from both sides, and it was very surprising that I was sitting in the house watching the game with Al and Mother, and I'm calling out all the plays that Maryland was running. I knew when they lined up and this split that they were running mesh routes. I knew everything about their offense. So I guess it kind of helps you if ever I decide that I want to be an all-star safety. I go back and make some plays. So
Where did you watch a game at?
I watched at one of my friend's house, but Alan's mother was there.
You mean Alan as in
Alan Hearns,
okay.
yeah. His mother was there with us.
Can you talk about him for a quick second? Because Coach said had some pretty high praise for him.
Yeah, Alan is a great receiver. He's someone that works hard every day. Just like yesterday, we stopped practice to do a little conditioning in between, and then we ran a play that was a deep play, and he just came in full speed right after that, caught the ball and went like 60 yards, and didn't break stride. He shows that he's physically conditioned. He goes out there, he attacks the ball. He does a lot of great things, just like the rest of our receivers. But he's someone that stands out because he's so young doing it.
Jacory, are you over this thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty much over everything. I'm ready to be back on the field. It's been a while since I've been on the field, so I'm going out there just to, I guess, have fun and play and help this team win.
You worried at all about public perception, Jacory? Some people always seem to hear like the hot button topic when they talk about Miami. Jacory Harris is going to be quarterback. Some people love it. Other people are upset because of the interceptions or whatever. Do you think about that at all? Do you just block it out totally, or?
The only thing I was pretty mad at was that you would try to enjoy yourself and watch ESPN or something, and then you see Jacory Harris and 8 other guys, not Jacory Harris and the other guys' names or anything. Even though I wouldn't want nobody's name to be out there, but it just had my face all over everything. And that was something that I was like, dang, why are they doing that? But hey, it comes with it. We guess made the wrong decisions early when we were here, so it's nothing that bothers me anymore. It was just something that at that time it bothered me, but I was like, hey, that's what it is. I just got to deal with it and move on. So I'm not really worried about anything anymore.